What's up guys, and welcome back to Northwoods Outdoors. In today's video, we are going to be going over how to turn your stock factory arrows into your own creation that you can make by fletching arrows yourself. So, these arrows that I have here already have the factory fletchings on them, the way that you bought them. So the first step, to bypass this, you could buy arrow shafts, which have no fletchings on them, and save a little bit of money. But I already have been shooting these, so the first step is to take these veins off. To do that, I'm going to use a box cutter, and all you have to do is just kind of cut it off, but be careful not to cut the carbon. So about an hour later, we've got all of the fletchings off here. I ended up using a potato peeler as well, which helped, but I haven't gotten everything. So I'm going to take some of this isopropyl alcohol and put it on some paper towels and wipe the ends down. Okay, so now the shaft is as clean as I can get it. I mean, there's a little bit of like vein and glue left, but I hope it's good enough, to be honest. And now we're going to move on to the next step. So we have these white arrow things that go on the end here, and it helps the adhesion of the veins onto the shaft. So for this step, I have a mouse pad, but you can use a piece of cardboard or anything you want, to be honest, to do it, because you need to be able to push down onto it. So we have this here, and I'm just gonna peel one off. And they're super sticky, so you have to be careful. And you also have to think about which way you want the logo. So I want mine at the bottom, so I'm gonna put it on like this. And it's honestly the hardest part is getting it off of your fingers to put it down. I mean, obviously you don't want stuff to get stuck onto these, but it happens sometimes. Okay, so it's down. And then now I have the knock out for cleaning it. I'm going to put the knock back on like this. And then I'm going to try to line up as evenly as I can. It's kind of like this. And you want to line up the end with the end, obviously. And then you want to push down and apply a slight bit of pressure as you just slowly put it on like that, and then kind of just finish it out. And then there's a little bit of a carbon there, but not a lot. And then you want to find the seal and kind of just make sure everything's on snug. And there we go. Now we're going to put the veins on. Okay, so now you want to select your veins. For these, I'm going to use these tack veins. I've never used them before, but I think they look good, and I'm going to try them. They're made in the USA. But you can use a ton of different veins. Like, these are Boeing Blazers. A lot of people use these. Here's some Boeing, they're the crispy ones. I think they're like the X veins. These are super similar to the tack ones, but these are the veins we're going to be using for this build. Okay, so now that you are all set to go, you got your arrow and the jig, you've got that on, you want to pick up one of your veins. I'm just using, like I said, these tack veins, and then you want to get your clamp, and then you want to line up the end of the vein in the same spot. So I'm just going to do the very end of the clamp. I've got it lined up pretty good there. And then you want to take your glue. I'm using this Fletch Tight. I've used it in the past a ton, and it's worked well. And then what you want to do is you don't want to do too much glue. Just small. I've got this from one that I did earlier today. I left a little bit of glue on. Just take that off quick. You don't want to, this dries super quick. So you just want to do small dots down. That one's a little big. Small dots down, because you do not want too much glue. then take the end, smooth it out. I honestly have a little bit too much. Just gonna wipe it off a little bit. And then you wanna put it in your clamp and clamp it down. I did a little too much glue, so I'm just gonna wipe a little bit of my excess. And you wanna just leave it like this for about 10 seconds or so. So I'll give it a couple more, let off a little bit, and then take off your clamp, and there you go. That is the first Fletch done. So with this jig, it's got this little piece in the back. It's one of the most simple ones by AAE. It's like 30 bucks. And then you just move it down to the next thing. Push, make sure it's all the way in, like that. And then we are going to put in another vein. Line it up again. Looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not looking for perfection. If I can't hit something at 30 yards like a deer, you know, that's on me. It's not on my vein at that point. Just small dots. Gonna try to do less glue because less is more with this. Go all the way down. That looks pretty good. And then just do the same thing. Push it down. I had the perfect amount of glue there. There's nothing leaking, which is good. About a couple more seconds. Like that. And second vein done. This is super fast and easy once you get used to it. And then next slot. There. Make sure it's all the way in. Another vein. I already messed up one that I was doing earlier. So it is easy to mess up, but luckily it's not too expensive. Make sure it's in. Couple dots of glue. Like that. Smooth it out. Like that. Back in the jig. Push down. You don't want to like push too hard because that'll just push all the glue out. Okay. Looks good. Okay, let's pop this out. And bang, there you go. You have a fully custom Fletch job. You can pick what any colors you want. You can experiment with different kinds. These new tack veins are super plasticky. They're like, I don't know, it's a new material for me. But I think it looks super clean. And I cannot wait to hunt with these arrows in a couple weeks here. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I'm going to have a couple new videos out with archery tips like this. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any. Thank you.